What if sugar isn't actually the problem after 40? What if it's the hormonal trigger chain reactions that happen? Because there's one hormone that decides whether you burn fat or whether you store it in your section, in your midsection, in your belly. And most women have never been taught how it works. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain why sugar feels different in midlife, why belly fat increases, and even when you're doing everything right, and how to stabilize this hormone behind it, the hormone behind it all. And once you understand it, you won't go back. You'll stop blaming yourself, and everything's going to finally make sense, and you're going to have an aha moment. So if you've been frustrated about your body lately, stay with me. I got your back. We're going to break it. We're going to break it all down for you. So here's what's happening behind the scenes. In perimenopause and menopause, estrogen begins to fluctuate. It goes up, it goes down, not gently, not predictably. It fluctuates. And that's okay. That's what the body, how it's designed. So estrogen does more than regulate your cycle. It does play a major role in insulin sensitivity. So here we are midlife. Estrogen is starting to do the dipping and the swinging thing, right? And your body, it's becoming more sensitive to these blood sugar changes. The same dessert you ate 35 at 35 or maybe 20, 25 with no issue now causes a bigger spike. And a bigger spike in your blood sugar creates a bigger crash. And a bigger crash creates stronger cravings. And that doesn't mean that you've lost discipline. It means simply your physiology has shifted. It's shifting. So I want you to say this slowly. Your body isn't weaker. It's more hormonally sensitive. That's it. And sensitivity, it's not failure. It's simply feedback. That's all it is. Our body's always giving us feedback. So let's talk about the one hormone behind belly fat and cravings that no one talks about, or maybe you have heard it, maybe not, insulin. No one explains this properly. And no one shares how this works in midlife because it works differently. Insulin's job is simple. When you eat sugar or carbohydrates, they break down into glucose. Glucose enters the bloodstream, and then insulin is released to move that sugar out of the blood and into your cells for energy. That's what your body, your cells need for fuel, right? That's normal, that's healthy. But when sugar is frequent, or when we're grazing and eating all day long, the small, frequent meals of the yesteryears, you know what I'm talking about. If you've been doing this for a long time, when we're stressed and reaching for quick fuel, insulin rises. That's the hormones. It's doing that for a reason. But over time, your cells stop responding as efficiently as they did. And this is called insulin resistance. And here's the part that most women don't realize or are never told because they're not. When insulin is elevated, your body's in fat storage mode. Yes, not fat burning. We'll all talk about fat burning mode. We want to burn fat, but insulin's elevated. We're in fat storage mode. And guess where the body prefers to store that when those hormones are fluctuating? Guess the first place it's going? Your belly, your midsection, the meno belly, we call it. That's the first place it goes. That's just how it's designed. So this is not a willpower thing. This is just physiology. So I want you to say this clearly. High insulin tells your body to store, not burn. Say it again. High insulin tells your body to store fat, not burn. So now we're going to connect and put all the dots together. We have a blood sugar spike because we ate whatever, the sugar, carbohydrates, whatever. Goes to an insulin spike. Now we have a blood sugar crash because the insulin lowers our blood glucose. And now we have a cortisol spike because our blood glucose is high. And your cortisol, your stress hormone, favors your abdominal fat storage. So now we have fluctuating estrogen, we have rising insulin, we have elevated, not cholesterol, cortisol, but we could have that too. We have declining muscle mass after 40s because we don't move like we did in our 20s. And we have a lot more stress in our lives, right? A lot less recovery, less time for ourselves. And it becomes the perfect hormonal storm. So if you're a high achieving woman, running a career, managing a family, holding it all together, holding everyone together, your nervous system has likely been on for decades. So this is not a discipline thing. This is a nervous system thing. And it's about accumulated stress. And now we have all these hormonal shifts. Boom. And I want to normalize something right here. You did not fail. You're not failing. Your body is not failing you at all. Your metabolism is not betraying you. Your body is what it's done is it's adapted to stress, and this is what it does. It's designed brilliantly. The body is brilliant. But now we need to start listening to it. So if we don't understand the pattern, we keep blaming ourselves. And the self-blame keeps women stuck. We need to stop blaming ourselves. I say it all the time. So now we're blaming ourselves. And the stressed out, we need to stop the stress too, because this cycle is repeating itself. So now let's talk about cravings, because this is where many women spiral. Our blood sugar, our blood sugar drops very quickly. Try and say that 10 times quick, right? The brain wants fast fuel. Sugar is the fastest fuel available. So the cravings are feeling urgent, right? Because you need something quick. And biologically, it is urgent. So the louder the spike, the louder the crash, right? Because we need to bring that blood glucose down because insulin is doing what it's supposed to do. But then we have the louder the craving. Cravings are not your weakness. It's a communication. And so here's where I bring something a little bit deeper. We're going to go another layer. When we suppress stress, we suppress our emotions, we suppress exhaustion, and I see this with clients all the time. It compounds your hormonal cascade. This emotional suppression becomes a physical manifestation in your body. So you're not just managing food. It's more than the food. You're managing stress. We have to figure that piece out. The identity, your nervous system, your vagal tone. Weight loss is not just calories in and calories out. It's hormonal. It's emotional. It's neurological. So it drives me up a wall when I hear calories in, calories out, move more. It's just, that's not it. And you deserve someone who sees the whole picture. There's so much more to that. But what do we do when we see nothing seems to work, right? What do? We're not going to the extreme. We're not punishing. That's not the way I fly. We're not shaming ourselves. We're not going to do that. But what are we going to do? And this is what I share with my clients all the time. Simple, easy, caring. We're going to choose nourishment this time. We're going to choose fueling ourselves from a place of what feels good to me. And we're going to start by making these three simple shifts. Number one, you're going to always pair your carbohydrate with a protein or a healthy fat. Why? Because this is going to slow the spike. We lower the insulin surge. We reduce the crash. We don't have the craving. Number two, we're going to listen to our own body. Listen good. Get your ears on out. We're going to listen to our own signals. We're not going to eat on the stroke of the clock or when we're supposed to go out for lunch or when we're told to. But when we're hungry, we're going to eat, right? We're going to listen. And we're going to brace yourselves now. Because if you're not hungry when you first wake up, I'm going to tell you, I give you permission. You don't need to have breakfast, okay? There, I said it. You don't need to have breakfast. Listen to your own hunger cues. Number three, what are we going to do for number three? Strength train. If we aren't moving it, we're losing it. Muscle is metabolically active. It improves insulin sensitivity. It gives your body more places to store that glucose besides fat. So you want to move your body. And here's the shift. Here's the shift that we start making with our mind. We're not trying to be smaller. We're trying to be metabolically flexible and hormonally supported. This is what we need to do at this time of our lives. Weight loss is a side effect. Stability is your foundation. I have been doing this for over 35 years, and I have watched diet trends come and go. Fat-free, low carb, high carb, keto, GLPs. I've seen so much. But the one thing that hasn't changed that I see is women blaming themselves. So let's stop the blame game, okay? It helps nobody. It helps no one, not you, not anyone around you. And you don't need to be fixed either. You're not broken. You're beautiful as is. We're hormonally shifting. That's just what we're doing. We're shifting. We got to lean into the shift, right? And when we listen, instead of punish ourselves, everything changes. This is an inside job. We are always at choice. We are not victims. And if this is making sense to you and you're thinking, okay, this explains so much, I feel so much better now, but how do I actually reduce sugar without feeling miserable? What do I do? I created something for you. It's called 5 Ways to Kick Sugar Habits for Health and Hormones. It's specifically for midlife women who want to stabilize their hormones without extreme dieting or shame. That's not how I fly. So if that's what you're into, you might as well not listen anymore. But the link is below to this guide if that's what you want to do. No shame, no restriction. Download it. Start there. And I would love to know, when do your cravings hit? When are they the hardest? Do you get afternoon slumps? Do you feel cravings after dinner, after stressful days? I know for myself, after a long day, when I come home from work, that's when they hit for me. So tell me in the comments, when do they hit for you? I read every single one. And if this video gave you clarity, like, share, subscribe, you know the deal. And in my next video, we're going to go deeper into hormones, nervous system regulation, and identity shifts that create lasting results, not one-hit wonders, not just smaller bodies, stronger women. Stronger women. We love stronger women. That ripple matters. So see you.